Hello, my name is Ortiz, and I'm going to be presenting how Americans are affected by inflation. So I want to ask the audience a question. How much do you think a carton of eggs cost in the 1900s?
$2.
About 80 cents. So I want to tell y'all that a carton of eggs in the 1900s cost you 47 cents. And at the 2025, a carton of eggs will cost you roughly $5. And if you divide that by each egg, that will get you 42 cents per egg. So as of right now, per egg would have cost you the same as a whole carton in the 1900s. But how had this relate to inflation? So inflation not only affects cost of eggs, but it cost effects of everything. Needs, wants, the economy, and anything. So inflation affects Americans through developing poverty, high cost of living, but it also decreases unemployment rates. So cost of homes. So this is a typical American home. And I want to show you this graph. In 2012, this home would have cost you roughly around $170,000 to own. As of this chart, in 2024, it would have cost you now $440,000. And this is just as of 2024, so it could have gone up as of 2025 by probably $500,000. This is a 4 times increase through the years, and this is due to inflation. But what does this cause? So because nobody can afford $500,000 of a home, we have to result in tents. So this results in homelessness and people living in the streets. And I want to show you this chart that shows how homelessness has increased with the years. So in 2007, it is low and it spikes up to inflation. And in 2020, it actually dropped because of COVID and nobody could be outside for health reasons. But because of inflation throughout these couple of years, it has spiked up due to homelessness and inflation. But what does inflation also affect? It affects health insurance, life insurance, dental insurance, and nobody can afford this right here. So it is around $8,400 as of right now. But through the early 2000s, it would have been around $2,400 for basic health insurance. Now it is 4 times that. But what does this cause? This causes a lower quality of life because if you have a low minimum wage job, nobody can really afford $8,400 of basic health insurance, which in people result to hearing loss, bad health, memory loss, because nobody can afford such expensive insurance costs. So I want to ask the audience, how has inflation affected your employment rates?
Made it easier.
And this is due to apps like Indeed, LinkedIn, because these apps have thousands of job offerings. And you may ask, how has this affected inflation? So inflation affects unemployment rates because it actually causes them to drop. And this is because when inflation is up, unemployment rates are down. And this is because if prices are going up, that means more jobs are opening because of higher demand, higher markets, and this is vice versa. So if inflation is down, that means unemployment rate is up because nobody can afford to buy things if they don't have a job. So as of 2025, unemployment rates have actually dropped to 4.5%, and this is actually a good thing because that means more jobs are opening, more opportunities, and more programs due to inflation. So I want to conclude this presentation by stating how in the U.S., inflation has actually risen and employment rates have dropped. And this is a result to cost of living and expensive necessities actually cause higher jobs, marketing, and openings. So I want to end this presentation by stating how you can avoid inflation. Budgeting, saving your money, and doing research about inflation and how you can better budget your money can result for you to pay this price tag rather than this price tag. So thank you for listening.